absolutely superb. That drop at the 9 o'clock position turning out absolutely useless because there was nothing there. ZerO just knows, yeah, go there if you want to kill some units. Don't go there if you don't want to do anything. If you're not going to expand there, don't go there. But yeah, just GG play, that was one of the things we really well know more. Absolutely amazing Defiler play. So in the late game, his Defilers have saved him. It's one of the things that won of the Damo MSL way back when. And ZerO has really shown he's just like an upgraded version of GG play. Just the much more new age type of play, well, basically new era type of play with his Defilers. Plays just as well, but plays very standard. Very, not standard, just very well overall. Kind of more well-rounded GG play was. Going to go for a drop here. Only Marines. Don't see a medic. They're just going to pick off all of these Zerglings. Going to go for the main. Start off by picking off one sunken colony. Then going to go for these drones. They're going to be forced to not mine. He's probably not going to be able to pick off the hatchery. Doesn't have enough forces. There is a Dark Swarm coming up alongside some more Zerglings. With no medics to support, of course, you do that. You get that sacrifice. He did prevent some mining. Did definitely have sunken, but didn't actually do much else. Still, those medic marines just waiting on 9 o'clock island. If you manage to get a dropship there, it might get something going. But finally, Ultra's out in the field. Quite a few of them, in fact. They're going to be able to use those Niduses to mill around. Also, Spore Colonies come in just to force those Science Cells back. But yeah, Flash trying to get himself back into the game. Should have full upgrades at this point. Ultras have Armor 5, no weapons upgrades. So they're going to be able to take crap ton damage, but not really dish out much at all. No, wow, okay, absolutely no attack upgrade. That's why, though, of course, that will explain why those such a large amount of Zerglings just died to all those Marines. They didn't dish out nearly the amount of damage they wanted. Oh man, keeping that side disruptor at the low right, going to be forcing only one single Ultra to run up piecemeal, take a lot of damage. We're going to lose 2 science vessels, might have even been 3. Not going to be able to tuck up the lower right hand. Just Flash beautifully using the architecture of the map. Yet going to go for another drop. 2 dropships yet again in play. There is a Defiler there. Medics to support this time. Not enough reaction time. Should have been. Oh, Medic Marines are going to go for this. Going to see who actually get the Defiler to get. Defiler! No, Defiler barely managed to run into defensive posture. Is going to go down. Is going to get. Oh no, gets the Dark Swarm up. More forces Flash. This is where Flash's macro kicks in. Does get his units at the main plague, but really you see his macro kicking in. He has those forces all over the place. Going to lose all of his science vessels. Just stopped them in the air. Finally, going to save some of them, moving in with even more. And I like his transition. You've noticed that he doesn't have any tanks whatsoever in the field right now. He's transitioned back into SK Terran. Just skipping the tanks, going for nothing but science. Okay, he still has some tanks in the field, but he hasn't really producing them very heavily. Or maybe he has, and I'm just silly. But I haven't really seen him utilize any tanks at all. Not really, okay, interesting, not really producing many Marines at all either. But he's mostly been using Medic Marines and drops. But I like that from him. Really, his tanks maybe coming in from the push at the end, using much more of as a defensive posture. Ultras, finally ground forces. Finally, ground force for ZerO have those weapons 1 upgrade. So I feel if Flash wants to go for a full-out attack, do some heavy damage, you should do that now. Very soon, Scourge Scourge gonna completely pass those science vessels, and ZerO gonna catch that a little bit late. Meanwhile, yeah, the 9 o'clock island picking off one more science vessels. 9 o'clock island, I think, got Ultras dropped on it. Its forces got taken out. Yeah, Overlords at this point. Overlords at this point being irradiated, and a drone there being irradiated just to put down a base. Really feels the need to save the irradiators for the Ultras. Once they start irradiating the Ultras, actually, so they don't stay as such a heavy threat. Just irradiating those Ultras means, especially if they're far away from the battle, they're just going to stand around and die and not do much else. Flash here going to have a small contingent. Think he lost the dropship there. Small contingent of force is going to be forced to run up. He is still producing some decent amount of force. He's going to get 1 irradiated off of those science cells before it dies. But still trying to keep up economy-wise. At very least, I find it good that he hasn't allowed ZerO to expand again, because he, meanwhile, has expanded twice at the lower right hand, and those bases have been going for quite a while now. So this is where his own economy really starts to kick in, where he starts to replenish all of his forces. You really see he has a lot of forces all over the place. Has Raxes at the lower right hand, more even being built. Has the mineral only outside as well. By ZerO still has only 4 bases. And this is where you don't want to be as a Zerg, allowing Terran to have more bases than you. He's trying to pick off the 12 o'clock island at this point. He was trying to pick off the 9 o'clock island. The 12 o'clock gets scanned just as that's happening, so Flash is going to know that's happening. Absolutely insane. More Rex is being added. He's just macroing up like crazy. ZerO is going to take the 9 o'clock island, trying to take the 12 o'clock. He might be able to hold him unless Flash gets him get some drops going. Meanwhile, ZerO no mining at his, what was that? His main, no mining there, just drones sitting around, not doing anything. Might want to, you know, go and move them out towards another base to start mining. And I think Flash has actually been allowed to get the army number that he needs. He has a lot of tanks to support at this point, so he's going to be able to push that position. Scanning the lower left-hand position is going to move right towards those science vessels first. Radiating those lurkers. One Scourge come up. That's not going to kill a science vessel. Or the Ultras getting into the Nidus Canal and out of the Nidus Canal, back into the Nidus Canal. That was all very weird. But, yeah, they're just going to run away like, no, we don't want to die. Go to the upper left hand. One of the Ultras actually getting radiated. A lot of tanks for Flash as well. They're just going to be able to camp outside. And one single sunken colony, they're just going to be able to take it out in only a couple of shots. One Ultra going to come out to meet him. Hello. Died as soon as that. I think it was the irradiated one. Died as soon as that happened. One Ultra's going to come out. At very least, some Dark Swarms with a huge number of tanks. Not really going to be a factor. ZerO, I think, going to try to go for a sort of a pincer, not really a pincer, just going to try attack this from behind. Actually, no. He's going to go for the low right-hand position, but I think Flash he's going to, at the very least, going to be completely able to clear up this low left-hand position, both these bases. The low right-hand position, meanwhile, ZerO is not going to be able to penetrate. He has nothing but ultras, nothing alongside to really help him. There are enough medic marines there. There are tanks on the ridge. No Defiler to support. These ultras are going to die despite doing some damage. Overall, more reinforcements coming in. Science are coming in. They're going to start irradiating things soon. Meanwhile, ZerO has lost 2 of his mining bases. Meanwhile, established the 9 and 12, but they're just getting up at the moment. Not really much else. Moving his entire tank line towards the lower right-hand position. Just going to siege up, defend, or move back out. That's good too. But yeah, those 2 bases going down for ZerO is actually critical. Flash has been allowed to macro up and get his economy up way too long, and ZerO just, despite having an early advantage, I feel, has let the game slip out of his hands. Going to go for a drop at the main, but these drops are coming in so late. Flash is enough to push this back. Armory in place, getting some upgrades for those tanks, in fact, because he already has his Grand Forces 3-3. Those, and man, also one of the things I feel ZerO, apparently very far behind, had those Carapace upgrades up, but only had Weapons 1 upgrades on his ground forces. Some of them just not winning engagements. They should have some plates going off some of those forces. Defensive matrixes on those tanks. I think I'm still a little bit tired after that Best versus Kanata game. Holy crap. If you have the time to see it, if you have seen it, you know what I mean. If you haven't seen it yet, and if you have the time to see it, go ahead. It's pretty insane. But I understand when you look at the amount of videos it is, how big of a beast it is, and you're kind of, sorry. But yeah, Flash at this point moving to the upper left hand. Once he takes the mineral only has been taken by ZerO, but now a bunch of fire bats coming in just to start engaging under the Dark Swarm. And Flash's macro just he's going to be able to continue production. Going for a drop at the 12. Picking off every single drone that ZerO loses at this point is critical. He's going to lose that Ultra alongside. All those forces down there, all those drones most likely going to go down as well. Some of those science will go down to the Spore Colony, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to move in, try to pick everything up, and finally GG come in from ZerO. Despite a nice start, just allowing Flash to get back into the game, not doing any sort of economic damage, not harassing. As soon as he was up on those 4 bases, he should have been out pushing, doing damage, getting those ultras, getting those upgrades, doing something, but he didn't. So, lost. 2 more left today, guys. GG. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Ranching out. Holy crap. My throat is dying.